Netizens have criticised Minister Josephine Teo for her remark about the jet noise, arguing that it underscores her disconnect from the daily challenges faced by residents enduring the disruption. During a media event on Wednesday at Jalan Besar, People's Action Party leaders gathered to unveil their team for the upcoming elections. The event was interrupted when the roar of jets flying overhead disrupted Minister Josephine Teo's speech. As the jets flew past, Teo made a light-hearted remark to her former fellow MP, Heng Chi-hao, referencing his role as the outgoing Senior Minister of State for Defence at the Ministry of Defence. Heng's position in the PAP lineup has been taken over by former senior civil servant Sean Low.
Chi-hao, you've been there, right? Want to give them a call?
Teo quipped. As the noise persisted, she grumbled how the sound was extraordinarily long. When the jets finally quietened down, a PAP member joked, "Your call worked," prompting Teo to thank Heng, as if he had indeed contacted MINDEF to halt the aircraft activity. Teo's remarks, captured on video, quickly triggered backlash across social media and forums. A post on the r/Singapore forum highlighted the perceived double standards. When jet noise affects us, they say it is the sound of freedom and tell us to suck it up. But when it disturbs her, she tells the SMS for Defence to call MINDEF. Several users accused Teo of being elitist and tone-deaf, suggesting she appeared disconnected from the daily struggles of ordinary Singaporeans. One comment pointed out that Teo's extraordinarily long remark was particularly insensitive, given the jet noise residents in areas like Sengkang and Punggol endure almost every day. The backlash extended to Mothership's Instagram and Facebook pages, and the Straits Times Facebook post, where Teo came under further criticism. Many accused her of being out of touch, saying her comments reflected entitlement and privilege. One user said Teo's approach felt tone-deaf, noting that residents have long tolerated RSAF training noise out of respect for its importance. Her joke about calling MINDEF was described as being in poor taste, implying her event took precedence over national defence. Others pointed to Teo's surprise at the noise, suggesting her reaction showed a lack of familiarity with the community's day-to-day experience. Some expressed disappointment that she seemed disconnected from the real issues residents face. Residents of Punggol and Sengkang shared their ongoing frustration with the constant jet noise, describing it as a daily intrusion. Some reported hearing jets as early as 7 a.m. and again at 7 p.m., with disruptions sometimes continuing throughout the day. Several expressed annoyance at the brief disturbance Teo experienced. One user commented on her extraordinarily long remark, saying the situation in Punggol was far worse and happened every single day. Despite enduring these loud and disruptive sounds for years, many residents felt their complaints had fallen on deaf ears. Some users noted that even though residents had emailed for help and suggested solutions, such as providing soundproof windows for schools affected by the constant jet noise, their concerns have been ignored. They expressed frustration over the lack of action, particularly as the Workers' Party has raised the issue in Parliament. Yet it continues to fall on deaf ears, leaving residents, especially students and teachers, struggling for a better environment. The issue was raised in Parliament during the Committee of Supply debate on 3 March 2025, when WPMP Associate Professor James Lim addressed the disruptions caused by Republic of Singapore Air Force flights. Associate Professor Lim said Sengkang residents face near daily interruptions, often forced to pause work or conversations as jets roar overhead. He explained that Sengkang's location near the northeastern edge of Singapore worsens the impact, as aircraft often circle back after avoiding Malaysian airspace, leading to prolonged disturbances. With more Singaporeans working from home, these disruptions have become more disruptive. Residents have reported up to 7 flights per hour, especially during early mornings, evenings, and school exam periods. Associate Professor Lim urged the RSAF to consider clustering takeoffs, modifying flight paths, avoiding peak hours, and observing quiet periods.
Almost every day, the residents of Sengkang GRC are forced to pause what they are doing as military jets scream past overhead. What's worse, the location of the town, close to the northeastern edge of the island, means that they must endure the noise for an extended period as the planes circle round again after making a U-turn to avoid entry into Malaysian airspace. Such disturbances are especially disruptive given how an increasingly larger number of Singaporeans now work from home, at least part of the time. Over the years, I and my parliamentary colleagues have implored the RSAF to consider various alternatives to their overflights.
But despite lengthy replies, the key message has remained. Maintaining operational readiness is the priority. He expressed disappointment that no meaningful relief is expected until the decommissioning of Paya Lebar Air Base in 2030. As an alternative, he proposed exploring aerospace innovations that could reduce jet noise, including fin-line nozzles, micro-vortex generators, and acoustic liners. While stressing the importance of national defence, he urged authorities to weigh the real impact on residents' quality of life. In response, Heng defended the necessity of military flight training. He acknowledged the inconvenience, but said local training is vital for pilot proficiency. Heng highlighted current mitigation measures, including conducting flights over water, using higher altitudes, and adjusting training during key periods such as national exams. Regarding noise reduction technologies, Heng noted that no military aircraft manufacturers have successfully implemented fin-line nozzles or similar designs. Still, he assured Parliament that the RSAF would continue monitoring developments to find cost-effective and operationally feasible solutions. Heng emphasized the RSAF's commitment to balancing operational readiness with residents' quality of life.
MINDEF had previously shared with members how local flight training is critical to our pilots' continued proficiency and operational readiness, and the measures the RSAF has taken to reduce public inconveniences arising from aircraft noise. The RSAF also flies at higher altitudes and lower airspeeds over land to minimize noise to housing estates. While we are aware of experimental noise-reducing aerospace technologies such as fin-line nozzles, engine insulation, and aircraft fuselage shaping, there are, to our knowledge, currently no aircraft manufacturers that have certified or successfully incorporated the use of these technologies in the manufacturing of military aircraft. Our Air Force will continue to monitor the development of such technologies.